This is how quick it is to put together a Parajet V2. Go! Words on the outside. On cage. Locating here and here. Push the middle down. 1, 2, 3, prime. Ignition on. Ready to fly. They don't make the V2 anymore, but they do a V3, which probably takes about 10 seconds longer. Okay, it's allegedly 6 to 7 gusting, 10 to 15. That was due to pick up and it just took me a long time to get set, so I'm assuming it has picked up. Cloud base has dropped, so I'm hoping to go that way, hook back up with this valley after it rounds that country park over there. The sun is poking through occasionally. Yeah, I'm getting rocked around a little bit. I'm heading into wind, so I think I'll let my trims out. Swoop. This valley hooks around this park here. Don't know if you can see it, but you can see this dual carriageway carries on over there. I'm going to fly over near that, catch back up with the valley. Well, there's a long straight path down the middle of this valley for a lot of it, where there used to be a conveyor belt miles long when they were excavating gravel and stuff. And now it's all sort of nature reserve, public path, so I'm going to follow that path down to a little marina near Northampton. Look at that. That is cloud low there. I don't know, do you call it fog when it's that low? So there's banks of cloud out here and low cloud, so I'm not planning for this to be a high flight. That cloud's lower than me. There's the old quarry. Bit too windy to get down in there today, although I'd love to at some point. It looks quite small and tight, so perhaps act your age. Right, I have got a lot to talk about today. First off, the magnificent people at Fly Candy, Mike and Keith, I want to say, I'm not sure. Mike anyway, and his mate at Fly Candy have given me to give to you a discount code. So I think it lasts for exactly 2 weeks from today, and when you see this it'll be Thursday, so probably until the Wednesday after next. The code is noob15, capital letters. If you put that in at checkout, I believe you'll get 15% off their frankly bloody good products. I can say that with absolute certainty. So that's the first one. Thanks to the Fly Candy folks for that. And if you were thinking of buying something from them, now's the time, 15% off. The other thing is, I mentioned this some months ago. Tony Fofanger's over there in North Carolina, in the United States. NCPPG pilot on YouTube, link up here. In fact, I'll link up here to what I'm talking about. He makes these wing bags. They're generally thinner and lighter than your regular wing bag, I believe, and they scrunch up really small, and I wanted one just to keep in the pouch on my motor just for landing out emergencies. At the moment I've got a wing bag in there, but it's the small one that your wing sort of arrives in, so if I did land out I'd have to painstakingly fold my wing up to the size of a A4 bit of paper. So Tony makes these ones, calls them the pumpkin because they're bright orange, and I wanted one just to put in my pouch and leave there just in case I had to land out. At least I can contain my wing if I've got to walk any distance. Yeah, this cloud base is low in places. I'm going to drop down a little bit, watching out for those pylons over there. So I wanted one of these wing bags, and Tony said I'll sell you one, but the postage from the States to the UK is criminal, and almost as much as the bag costs, which I think was $65 or something. I think it was going like another $35 or $40 to post it. So I thought I'd get together a few orders and order like 5 or 10, and then the postage, they'd all fit in a very small box, you know, so it would still be sent in one box. Now he has the stock, so if anybody is interested in one of those bags, let me know. If we can get an order of 5 or 10, I'll get an order into Tony, he'll box them up, send them over, and I'll get them to you, or I'll have them at the Springbore PMC fly-in to dole out there. I reckon I could do them for about, well, for exactly 50 quid, and that is the wing bag and the postage combined, which isn't bad. That's not me making any profit at all. In fact, if I have to post any out, it'll probably cost me money, but at least we'll get a few over here in the UK. Okay, let's get over in this valley. Oh, it's a little bit windy. Woo! We need some height to get over these pylons. Yeah, my idea of flying along this path is modified somewhat by the fact that there's loads of pylons over here. If I get over these 2 rows, it looks clearer over there. Wellingborough Prison. Solar panels. So this is the path along here where the conveyor used to run. I believe that's the case here. It certainly was further up. And I probably mentioned it before, but as kids we'd come down on our BMXs, stick them on the conveyor and ride it for like a mile or 2 along the valley, sitting on all the gravel, jump off at a lock on the canal, fill the lock and then dive in. There's a lock over here, look. See, this path runs straight down there. Yeah, I'll get over these pylons and then drop. And then this is the river. which I'll follow back. Yeah, the wind's picking up a bit. Still good practice. I've just had to launch with still 2 gallons or 10 litres of fuel in. Good practice, good practice. Okay, not going to get too low here. Oi, oi, oi. I'm going to watch out for lines. I love this area. I don't know what this valley looked like in years gone by. I imagine it was just the river. But when they excavated it all, they made a lot of these lakes. I guess a lot of the lakes are natural. A lot of them are also man-made. And a lot of it is sort of like a wildlife preserve, which I'm all for. So there's a lock there where the canal boats go through. This is the waterway where there'll be a weir at the other end, which canal boats don't really want to go through. Not unless you're off-roading, off-rivering. So I'm looking for a little marina along here where you sort of moor your boats overnight. Okay, main deal today is I'm now a sponsored pilot, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure entirely what it means, but I like it. Paramotoring.com, obviously paramotor training, based down in Membury, Membury Airfield, down near Swindon in the UK. It's run by Simon Westmore, he's chief flying instructor. He has Colin Borland help him out, 2 people well known in the UK paramotor community. They're the 2 instructors. I believe in the summer when the days are longer and the students are more, they have another 2 instructors that are part-time to keep up with the demand. Company's been going 11 years, paramotor training for 11 years, just shy of 500 pilots in total. Quite a lot of pilots. Amongst that 500 there are TV presenters, royals, CEOs of blue chip companies, billionaire bankers, and lots more normal people. And Simon is particularly proud of training Connor Ammon Trading, who is, I think, the UK's only, certainly the UK's first, possibly the UK's only completely deaf paramotor pilot. So you can imagine the hurdles to be jumped training someone who could hear, especially on those first few flights where you've normally got your instructor on the radio in your ear telling you what to do. I guess he had to learn it all on the ground and remember it all and then go and do it with a wide array of hand signals. The syllabus they teach is the same one I trained under at CM Paramotors. That's the Paramotor Club syllabus. Everything included in that, kit to learn on. Simon's a Parajet dealer, so the kit is probably Parajet, I'd imagine. Don't know about the wings, but the syllabus includes, obviously, you know, all the knowledge to get up in the air safely, air law, the highway code of the sky, air navigation. One of the tests is a cross country away from the field to a certain location and then back again, navigating yourself. There's meteorology in there as well. Some basic weather training so that you know enough not to fly in the wrong conditions. And of course, I think if you were to be able to do it all in one go would take, I don't know, between 5 and 9 days. Some people would get through it quicker, some people would take longer, just on the rate you learn at. But once you paid the money, you don't pay for any extra training. If it takes you 11, 12, 13 days, that's all included in the price. Oh, I'm getting dropped and lifted. Not lovely. I can see the marina over there. Go over for a quick look and then spin it round. So the price there for training at the moment is £1,080. It's going up on March the 1st to 1,200. So if you want to book and fly with Simon, then now is the time. I am getting chucked around. There's also a deal on. Paramotor bringing you the deals. If you're dead keen and you mention me when you book, and you book before the end of this month, before the end of February, you can get it for 900. There's 3 places at 900. That's a saving of 180 quid. So boom, get in there. If you're a noob like I was this time last year or whatever, thinking of getting into it and you're looking for training, Simon can sort you out for 900 quid. You can travel down there. There's a hotel, not on site, but the site is right next to the motorway services, so there is a hotel effectively on site through the hedge. I haven't got my reserve on at the moment. All that chat last week about flying with a reserve all the time. My reserve's on the shelf in the garage. My new reserve to be is on the shelf down at Paramotor training. Neither of them are strapped to me, and I'm getting chucked around. But I made the marina. Here it is. Nice little place. Yeah, well, that is over there. Bit of industry. Right, I'm going to trim in. Remember how to trim in. Get back on the brakes. Spin around. Okay, I'm going to get back over near the river and start scooting back. Fingers are starting to get cold. So there are sort of 2 halves to Simon Westmore's life. One's paramotortraining.com and the other one is the Paramotor Club, which is certainly the largest in the UK paramotor sort of community. It may be the largest in the world, I don't know, apart from maybe the Facebook group. So that's well worth a look. It's a forum there, you can ask questions. If you're new, that is one of the places where you'll find people's training diaries. On the forum there you can pop down and read experiences of training, which I know was something that I was well into reading when I first, well, before I even booked training, when I first started training. My training was in the winter, so it took ages. 2 hours here, 2 hours there. If you were to start training now, then the weather's getting better, the flyable days are getting more, the trainable days are getting more. I mean, there are days that are trainable and not flyable really, and you'll be ready for summer. I know there's a few doing that. The PMC also organise fly-ins in the UK, which is hire a field, get everybody over, everybody comes over and camps in the field, goes flying, drinks beer, eats food that's bad for you, sits around a fire pit in the evening talking a load of paramotor related shenanigans. Very good fun, great place to meet new pilots, great place to see all the different gear that's available. I've certainly got my name down for all the ones that have been announced so far. In fact, it's one of my favourite parts of flying is the social meetups like that. So even if you're not training, if you're just getting interested in paramotors, if you just see like a Tucker video on YouTube and you found this one, then get along to paramotorclub.org, join the forum there and get involved. Well, I'm glad I got up, but this weather is changeable. I'm level with cloud base here, but there's no clouds above me. That wing is rocking around. Have a look up there. I've got a bloody great big twig stuck in my sea lines. You see that big twig up there? It ain't coming out. Oh, now I've got so much to talk about. I had to bring some notes with me. I had a Parajet giveaway back at Christmas time. It was real. I've got proof. So here's a picture of Martin wearing his Parajet gear proudly, stood in front of what looks like an electric paramotor. Happy guy. I'm sure there'll be more of those in the future. I'll try and, you know, squeeze giveaways out of companies as much as I can. I think that's a great thing to do. It gets people involved, and it also gets somebody some stuff, which is all good. And what have I got going on? Icarus X UK continues. It's sort of taking a bit of a back seat at the moment because I'm worrying about the RAFA 40 flight. That's a lot of organisation. The Icarus stuff starting to look like a pleasant weekend away in comparison to this, navigated over 40 plus locations over 2 days, over 263 miles. But there's no camping on that one. That's going to be a hotel. Yeah, this is a strange old day to be up. I'm loving it, make no mistake. It's a little bit rocky. I've still not had a flight where I get above the clouds, so it wouldn't be too difficult today. But it's that volatile with the wind speeds at different gradients that I'm not going to mess today. I'll wait for a calmer day with some clouds. It'll come, no need to rush it. So RAFA 40 news. We've been busy lately. If you're keeping up with the Facebook page, link below. Also link below, these trousers that I mentioned are so good that I bought another pair, a black pair, which are already covered in mud. Yeah, link below to those. Dead cheap off eBay, nice and warm. Anyway, what are we doing? Yeah, we've been sorting stuff out for the RAFA 40. So here is Giles down at Parajet collecting the spares that they've donated to us. Well, not donated, lent on a sale or return basis. We hope we don't have to use any of it. It's basically a complete spare paramotor for Giles and an air filter for me and a spark plug. I think a spark plug, maybe not even a spark plug, because I don't need any spares, because I'm on a bomb-proof motor and a bomb-proof frame. This is me down at RAFA Association Clubhouse and Bar in Halton, with my dad there on the right and his mate Kev. They both work for the RAFA, and the RAF Halton Radio Society is lending a bunch of radio stuff to us, which we're going to try and incorporate as a sort of fail-safe, maybe part of our comm system. Giles and I are going to be talking via the Bluetooth on our BTS2 headsets, which we tested down at Memory just a few weeks ago, I think. I didn't get any video of that really. It was just us stood 200 metres apart in the rain at full throttle talking to each other, but it worked very well, much better than I thought it would. This is the stuff you see a lot of people in the American videos using. They use the Cena Bluetooth headsets. The BTS2, same thing, cheaper. A bit like me, same thing, cheaper. So we're both talking over the Bluetooth. Giles is going to have also on his flight deck his airband radio, and he'll be talking to all the airfields that have got control towers that we're flying over or through or around or whatever. And I think then we also need a way for both of us, or just me, to be able to talk to Andy and Katie down in the support van. So we're thinking that I'll have a radio that does that. So trying to get all that to integrate through the headsets is a sort of a challenge. People have done it. It's finding those people and, you know, pumping them for answers. But basically, my radio has got a link to my Bluetooth. My Bluetooth has got a link to my radio and to Giles' Bluetooth. If I want to listen to any music, which I don't think I have time to, my Bluetooth has got a link to my phone. So that's 3 things that my headset will be paired to, which I think it can do. I don't know yet. Further testing required. Giles is going to obviously have to connect to me via Bluetooth, Bluetooth into his airband radio, probably his phone too. Our backup, if everything fails, is just going to be, you know, Facebook Messenger. And also here's a piece we had in the RAF News, which is a sort of 2-weekly newspaper that you can buy in the shops and find on RAF bases anywhere, I imagine. Just before I land here, I saw a video from a guy called Allard, a South African guy who won the Icarus Trophy last year in South Africa. And he just, I was in some WhatsApp group for those people who were in that race, and I saw his video linked, and it is an awesome, I think it's about 20 minutes, and it's just a blog of him getting through the Icarus Trophy, 4 or 5 days I think, in South Africa, Botswana, I think about 3 countries down there in South Africa, in Africa. So I'll link that here and on the end cards of the video. It is well worth a watch. I loved it. He hasn't got enough subscribers. He might make more videos, so go watch that, give him a subscribe, and I'm going to get down in this changeable wind, see what happens. Sink quite fast. Trims are in, seats away. Let's just get over these trees, slow it down a little bit. Oh, we didn't touch the throttle. Right, engine off. Let's have a nice swoop if we could do it. Oh, yes! That was beautiful. Keep walking, keep walking. That wing, I cannot control it. In all the weeds. Great little flight. That is no good. Right, I'm going to go and do some real life, and I'll link Allard's video here at the end screen. See you next time.